Then I just take another 10 minutes on design the contextuality part of it. This is another big area where we didn't invest into foundational LLMs. But what we did is we did applied research in AI. That for applying this AI for banking and financial institutions, we are not in outside world. We are not talking about what you can do in AI. We say what in financial institution you can do. And financial institution, we say, it requires enterprise grade. We need to understand what the enterprise issues are there in the bank. And bank has we need to use generative AI, but we need to use their structured database. We need to use their data lakes because a lot of knowledge is sitting in those data lakes. And a lot of knowledge is sitting in their document. Yeah. In this area, we say that 5 sources of organization knowledge, where the organization knowledge is there. So we're looking from data to information to knowledge to intelligence. There are 4 stages in making a better decision. So data which is stored in data lake is a data. When you present into reports, it's information. When you connected them, it becomes knowledge. And when you use them, it's intelligence. So there are 4 stages of this. And there are 5 set of knowledge or data which is sitting, which is structured data, document knowledge, market knowledge, regulation compliance, and operations knowledge. There are 5 kind of knowledge are there. Now operations knowledge are not recorded anywhere. It's a tacit knowledge. It's not an explicit knowledge. A lot of operations knowledge is in tacit. The people know it, how they do it, but it's not recorded in a operations manual. Nobody reads it. Neither in Intellect, no bank has when we say it is written 5 years back, and every 5 years we write a new operations manual. So these 5 sources of knowledge is there. We use 8 technologies for AI. We first is looking injection technology, how you inject the right documents into the big data set. So I need to create a big data where I bring all the documents over here. I can bring from email, I can bring from website, I can bring from any annual report of customers. So in customer website, I have an annual report, I can bring that. That's what I need to look at it, I define in a ingestion. What is the right for the particular use case, what technology, what documents I need, I will ingest from there. From that ingestion, I will be looking at it, what kind of a data is required over there from customer website. So if customer website is large website, and if I want to do the use case for the ESG, then I need to pick up certain pages in that area, and I will download that data to my site. So if I connect to a corporate customer and you want a continuous KYC, I need to have a process in bank to ingest the data regularly. Every quarter, every 6 months, what customer, a corporate customer, what new business is coming in, bank should be able to know what new business your customer is going through to prevent the credit risk. So this is a ingestion technology. Second is classification. When you do the document, next stage is you classify the knowledge. What you are picking from website or ROC, or you are picking from any Dun & Bradstreet or any credit rating company, you are picking the data. All this data has to be classified in the right place. Then you have an extraction technology. Then you extract what is relevant for that particular technology we need to extract from that document. So if I'm taking a balance sheet and P&L, I'll be extracting balance sheet and P&L item like Perfios is doing. They are doing that job of extracting the data and bringing it to the table before the credit control. But this requires in many other areas, not only the balance sheet and P&L. If you want to look at your companies are the corporate loans you are giving it, what is their ESG compliance, you need your ESG data also along with that. So this is extraction technology which we are using, vision technology, contextual graph, spanning websites. So then you create a trusted data which converts contextual extraction to say, if I'm getting the same data from 3 sources, one ROC is saying his profit is 20 crore and what he has given in input is 25 crore, I need to say, what is the right data? If I have to say that a company has 5,000 employee or some other data is showing it's a 4,000 employee, how do I do the trust algorithm? So I will use some algorithms over there by saying that trusted data algorithms, what is the source of data, and based on the source of data, I'll trust that source. ROC data I'll trust more than what he has supplied to me. So these 4 things I'm calling document intelligent management system. I'm proposing a bank should have a DIMS. The way DBMS was there in 90s when I started my conversation, they should be having a DIMS. DIMS is Document Intelligent Management System, where all the customer documents are managed in a one single document library. And that where, from there you move to generative AI. Now generative AI, people are using generative AI without first 4 steps. These first 4 steps are important to get into the right kind of data. So AI can perform on the quality of input you are giving. AI, they're not generating on their own data. And there, we look at it, the second set of technology, which is expert agent technologies. Now, expert agent we are talking about, everybody knows expert agents can be designed. Expert agent, you feed in operational manual, objectives. You can create an operation. So to create an expert agent, we feed in operation SOP, we feed in objective, we feed in sample behavior patterns, sample use cases. So we use 3 things for feeding to create an expert agent. Expert agent could be ops expert agent, it could be your RM expert agent, it could be your compliance expert agent. Let's assume for simplicity, there are 3 expert agents. One is ops, RM, and compliance. Now for 3 of them, they have a different objective. Compliance objective will be different than a ops, will be different from RM. Now if you create 3 objective, first is you create 3 expert agents separately. So this is a technology which help you to create 3 expert agents separately. Then this expert agent has to talk to each other. They have to create a network of agent. Because ops agent has to talk, like if you're doing a virtual operation design of a bank operations design, then I need to have these 3 people sitting in the same virtual room. And they are talking to each other, like a human being talk. And that's where we are looking expert network of experts, which is a creative knowledge, creation of that experiential sharing where we are feeding the document and knowledge to the expert agent. Now, these 3 expert agents, which is sitting in a network, are coming out with their own recommendation because they are having different objectives and they will come out with their own recommendation. It will create a contradiction among so there will be natural contradiction among the 3 expert agent. There will be natural contradiction. Now, how do you deal with the contradiction? In a normal bank operation system, there's some senior guy who will take a decision between the contradiction between the 3 people and say, go ahead, I'm signing it off, I am approving it. But in this autonomous system, there's no senior person sitting there. They have to talk to each other. So we enable them to have a 7th technology, which we call Socrates dialogue. They talk to each other. They raise prompt to each other. So agent 1 will raise prompt to agent 3. Agent 3 will raise a prompt to agent 2. And he say, oh, this is a customer. Can you tell me his age? You are recommending him this investment category budget. Can you tell me what is his age? And then agent will go to the structured database. So DS1, DS2, DS3 are all 3 available to him. It's in secured environment. So we are generative AI LLM models, and this can be used parallelly. So in this technology, we are using multi-LLMs and multi-agents. So we are saying each LLM is suitable for a particular use case, particular situation. All LLMs are not equal. And we are benchmarking LLMs on 3 principles: speed, accuracy, and cost. So this is a AI constraint, triple AI constraint: speed, accuracy, and cost for each LLM. So we give a query to Bedrock, we'll give a query to OpenAI, we'll give a query, and we'll say, this response is coming in 3 seconds, this response coming 2.5 seconds, the cost is 15 cents, this cost is 0.15 cents, and then we'll choose so we created recently in UK, we created a full application of complaint investigation management. We are using 13 agents, 6 LLM models for solving one problem. Now when banks are saying, I will go with the Microsoft, I will go with the AWS, I think you're fooling yourself, you're committing yourself too badly. Because one LLM will not solve your problems. There are different LLMs for like software engineering. Cursor is a great software. if I'm doing for software engineering. We are using Cursor as a LLM for software engineering. And every day the new LLMs are emerging. So there will be compliance LLM tomorrow, only compliance LLM, banking compliance. For that, if I'm using a OpenAI, I'll not be the best. So the independence of LLM, independence of agent, both you need an independence when you're designing the system. And you have an independence of saying you can access structured, unstructured in a secure manner, in an entitled manner. So entitlement is also important in a Purple Fabric. This platform we call Purple Fabric, and this Purple Fabric has an entitlement engine, and you can specify that this agent can consume up to $100 cost. This agent can consume only $200 cost. We have seen sometimes wrong error happen and suddenly the bill shoots up in the real application. So this is expert agent reasoning technology where they reason out, and then there is a recommendation. Recommendation can come as a part, like a file can come in, or it can come as a part of a actual recommendation note. So if the contradiction is 0, it will send the recommendation. If recommendation is not come to conclusion, it will create a file. And that time you can make a human in the loop. These are 8 technologies when we wired with this doesn't require DevOps, MLOps, so you don't require those wasteful expert in your system. You can use the platform without a multiple experts. And that's how we look at zero waste architecture is based on 3 principles. Composability. So first is assets. Knowledge assets should be zip coded. So I will use only what I need. The IKEA philosophy, I need those elements. Second is composability. How do I consume it as a composable? And how to bring contextuality all together. So not one over the other, because when I'm transforming any operations or core banking transformation, I need to reimagine using AI what transformation is there. I should not be transforming core banking or lending or wealth or trade finance based on what was there in the past. Because today, with the technologies available today, reimagination has to be completely new way of reimagining banking using AI also as a part of processes. So I have to think eMACH.ai together, not separate. A lot of dialogue I'm having with CEOs. I was in Singapore, I was in Thailand and London. I'm recommending them that please bring down your management team to my design center for 2 days. So OTP, when they are taking the decision, I said, don't take a decision on the product unless your top management team of 18 people come together for this design center. They flew 18 members in a chartered plane from Hungary to this place before taking a decision on core banking transformation. Here we help them to imagine the new business scenarios, the new business core banking, not just the converting old core banking to the new core banking. And that is, and it's a co-built model. We have only 20 experts sitting with them. They have 100 people working in their organization. It's not based on those SI proposals and good promises. Each quarter on quarter, we identify the efforts and we bill on quarter-to-quarter basis. So there's nothing called a $500 million budget or $200 million budget for the transformation. If we have a trusted partnership, we know these are the efforts which is there, and that's how we want to propose. And for that, we look at design thinking process. For doing any transformation, you need to have organizing the thinking space of the team which is transforming. The thinking space is around the design center. We'll take you to the design center. We set up this design center in 2013 when we want to transform Intellect. First was we need to have a temple where our thinking space get aligned. It took me 4 years for our senior team to align the thinking space. Then we start creating a framework, saying Coparis is a framework for the NFRs, L0, L1, L2 is for functional requirement like this black book. That's how we are creating expanding the performance space. Because when we are speaking the same language, tagging the same language, then it becomes expanding. And then we are impacting the business outcome. So what we are speaking to you in 2017 on IDC versus what we are today is the decomposition. We were at L2 level that time. this is now L4 level. So in 6 years' time, our technologies have moved to L4 level of technology. So some of the people have experience of 2016 technology, some of Intellect, somebody would have experience of 2018. I think it was our journey, how you move from expand to the impact space. And that's what our promise is. Zip-coded eMACH.ai, composability, and contextuality. There are 3 core assets we are offering in this workshop to all of you. Thank you.